Who would have thought that the most dangerous level sentinel would have such breathtaking beauty? From that moment Adam was completely captivated by it. The man set up his camera and calmly sat down, facing the lens to begin his introduction. My name is Adam William. I live in Delta B district. I'm a B+ level guide and used to work security for Sentinel transport teams. I'm retired now. This video is to record my story with Eve. Eve's codename is Michael number 00. He's the original Sentinel. Looking back at that mission, an S-level gate appeared in Epsilon A district. Adam got orders to deploy a Sentinel there. The soldiers with him seemed hesitant. When he asked why, they said they were scared because this Sentinel codenamed Michael had a destruction level danger rating. Every Sentinel has a corresponding threat level that matches the damage they could cause if they lost control. Destruction is the final stage of Sentinel danger level, meaning if that Sentinel went berserk, humanity would be wiped out. The story goes back 20 years when humanity first understood extinction. On an ordinary morning, people suddenly saw a massive black energy vortex appear in the sky. That was the first recorded gate. When the gate opened, what came out didn't look like monsters, but rather what humans imagined angels to be. Their radiant, holy appearance made people think they brought salvation. But the reality was destruction. Even with humanity's best efforts, they couldn't resist. Their arrival directly caused half of humanity to perish. Just when humans were in despair and ready to surrender, a miracle happened. A golden light suddenly burst through the clouds. A real angel appeared and completely destroyed the messengers. In that epic battle, the angel was also badly wounded, bleeding as it crashed to the ground. Humans came to where the angel fell and successfully extracted DNA from the dead angel to defend against the prophesied next gate. After repeated research, they successfully created new humans called Sentinel. Humans learned to detect the waves gates emit before opening. By sending Sentinels in ahead of time, they could resolve the crisis. But these Sentinels had a flaw. After overusing their abilities, they would go berserk. After berserk, Sentinels caused deeper damage. Humans began new research and eventually discovered mutant humans among the population, also called new humans. They had mutated from exposure to angel blood. Humans called them guides. Guides emit unique pheromones that can stabilize berserk Sentinels. Humans paired Sentinels with guides to help stabilize them. At the same time, each Sentinel and guide was ranked by ability level. At the bigger the level gap, the weaker the effect of stopping a rampage. Adam walked to the pod. Inside was exactly what the soldier mentioned. The destruction level Sentinel Michael. Seeing the pod display a triple S danger level, Adam couldn't help but break into a cold sweat. This was the first time he'd seen this rating. Since the soldiers were all scared, Adam waved them away, saying he could handle it alone. If that gate fully opened, it would be real trouble. A gate that size would definitely need an S level or higher Sentinel. He pressed the switch and the pod door slowly opened. Hello, Sentinel Michael. You need to deploy now. Michael stood up and responded. Adam helped unlock his restraints and told him their current location. After completing the mission, if he sent a distress signal, they'd need to regroup. While talking, Adam noticed Michael was still wearing a blindfold. He stepped forward to remove it. As the blindfold slipped away, Adam froze completely. That beautiful face was unlike anything Adam had ever seen. Could such beauty really be displayed through a human face? He stared for who knows how long before Adam blushed and turned away. Hearing Michael ask his name, Adam snapped back to reality and quickly introduced himself. Michael kept repeating his name over and over. Adam noticed he still had handcuffs on. Strange, hadn't he already unlocked them? The exit suddenly opened. Fighting strong winds, Adam wanted to quickly unlock his handcuffs. Suddenly, he heard Michael call his name. See you later, Adam. Right after saying that, he jumped. Before Adam could react, Michael was already falling toward the gate. That was Adam's first time meeting Michael. After the aircraft landed, soldiers wondered why he had removed Sentinel Michael's blindfold. Adam didn't understand why he'd asked that. He was just following procedures. The soldier told him that his previous units never had to unlock Sentinel restraints. Adam said it was necessary for the Sentinel's safety. The soldier said Sentinels don't die. They're really tough fighters. Adam immediately frowned. Kale, I'll report this issue to my superiors. You'll get more training when we get back. If you want to stay in this unit, change that attitude. The soldier felt really hurt. Adam knew that soldiers saw Sentinels as dangerous creatures, as war supplies, but thinking of Michael, Adam felt he was human, taking human form to jump into that hell for humanity. The gate entrance showed signs of spatial tearing. Then golden light burst out and Michael emerged with wings spread. Adam was amazed it was so quick. Michael came over to greet him, looking at him like this. If he wasn't human, then Adam would think he might be a god. After the gate crisis was resolved, the government was still discussing what to do with the Sentinels. People were curious what would happen to the Sentinels. Word was they'd be disposed of. Adam limped into the shop. His friend saw him immediately waved him over. After ordering, his friend asked about his leg. Adam told her it was fine, no problem walking. His friend asked if he wouldn't complain. Michael's face flashed through Adam's mind again. Adam didn't answer her question and told her to get to the point. His friend guessed he meant the Sentinels, and told him the government had decided how to handle them, saying they posed threats and such. But they also risked their lives to protect humanity, so they'd soon recruit help to train guides to help them adapt to society. She learned Michael would be discarded as a failed product. Adam rushed to the lab to stop it, watching officials on screen with different ideas about the Sentinel's fate, even fighting over disagreements. Adam began to doubt this world. People today were drunk on their hard-won safe haven. If someone became the spark to ignite it all, that would probably be an even bigger fireworks show. Thinking of Ryan asking for his help, she probably hoped he could give Michael a chance. When closing the fridge door, a photo fell down of his old cat Eve. It had cream-colored glossy long fur and blue eyes. Seeing Michael back then, he couldn't help thinking of Eve too. That day was his first time guiding. He had no idea how much time passed. He felt like he couldn't hold on much longer. Someone of his level was guiding a triple S sentinel, Michael. Adam looked at Michael through teary eyes, feeling he was like Eve. Eve had a special habit of licking his eyelids when happy. But now it was Michael doing this to him, even making a cat sound. Then Adam realized Michael had mind-reading abilities. More than the shame of having his thoughts read, the guilt was stronger. He was afraid Michael would read his thoughts, but he seemed to have already seen through that hypocrisy. Ryan probably came to him because of this too. She wanted him to use sympathy to help with Sentinel social training, but this wasn't fair. Somewhere someone saw Michael as human, caring about someone better than himself. At the research building, Ryan looked at Michael in the container and told him she met Adam today. The Adam William who was deleted from his memories. Assumed they started recruiting guides to help Sentinels socialize. As a retired soldier, Adam felt this had nothing to do with him. Looking at the newspaper info, many Sentinels had successfully paired with guides and started integrating into society with their help. But there was no news about Michael. He figured it just hadn't been announced yet, and there'd be no problems. Then he suddenly heard someone call his name. It was former teammate Kira. Kyra enthusiastically shook his hand. Adam noticed the Sentinel Azrael behind him. Kyra told Adam she was now called Puppy. Adam looked confused. Turns out they had to give successfully paired Sentinels new names. Kyra thought the name he gave her was really cute. Adam asked Azrael if training was difficult. Azrael told him it wasn't hard and Kyra gave her lots of help. Hearing Adam say Gabriel had also paired successfully, Kyra asked him if that left just Michael. Adam thought he should be soon. Then Azrael told him father had already decided to dispose of him. Kyra wondered who she meant by father. Azrael told him it was Michael. He's different from us as children. He's a failed product. As the first completed Sentinel, his genetic code is unstable. The mutant genes from him were modified to create us, so we call him father. I'm third generation. From the second generation on, we're all called children. The first generation was all discarded. Because it's dangerous, father is unstable, but he survived to provide genetic material. Now we have father's genes. So we don't need his original body. If father went berserk, we couldn't stop him and everyone would die. Kyra thought this sounded cruel. Azrael asked back cruel. We live for humanity. If humans don't need us, we get discarded. That's our mission. Kyra couldn't believe what he heard and immediately hugged Azrael tight, promising to protect her. This was the first time Azrael had heard such words. Adam thought of Michael and felt his heart collapse. They sacrificed themselves jumping into gates for humanity, but couldn't get real protection from anyone. And he had ignored him too. Remembering his time with him, Adam couldn't sit still anymore. Even if everyone else ignored him, he absolutely couldn't. At the lab, Ryan got a call. Seeing it was from Adam, Ryan wasn't surprised at all. Adam told her to prepare the contract and said he'd take responsibility for Michael. Arriving at the research building, Ryan was already waiting at the entrance. Facing his greeting, Adam frowned. After going in, Adam asked her why she didn't tell him. Ryan was still pretending not to know anything. Adam had no mood to watch her act and directly brought up Michael's disposal situation. Ryan dropped the act. If I'd known you'd come running right over, I should have pricked your sympathy earlier. I have something to tell you. He's no longer the Michael you knew. As the lab door opened, Adam stared blankly ahead. Michael was sleeping in a container. Ryan told him that all memories of him had been completely erased from Michael's brain. He has the ability to create memories. We couldn't stop it. Something went wrong somewhere. He became unstable, so we had to force him into sleep and seal him. The higher-ups think Sentinels that can't be used are needing more. But I disagree. He still has value if you can help Adam. Adam asked if Michael couldn't wake up. Ryan told him that's right for now. We just gave him medication. He should wake up in about 2 days. Looking at Michael in the container, Adam still believed that someone better than himself would save him. This seemed like an excuse to hide his own shame too. Ryan told him Michael would need a name to integrate into society, and asked if he'd thought of one. Adam touched the container, then leaned against it, and said the name Eve. Hearing that name, Michael inside suddenly reacted and opened his eyes, reaching out to respond to Adam. In that moment, Adam felt like God had given him another chance. Ryan watched this scene in disbelief. He should be unable to open his eyes right now. Adam greeted Michael inside, and told him he'd be responsible for his social training from now on. At the same time, Azrael on the street sensed something. Father opened his eyes. Even though Adam kept giving himself pep talks while waiting at home, when Eve came to his house, he was still too nervous to look directly at his beauty. Earlier, Adam had promised Ryan he'd be Evie's guy. Word spread fast. People wondered how he was feeling. They were curious what kind of person he was. Weren't they scared of him? Ryan sighed. I don't know either. He watched the clock, nervous. Was this the right choice? No answer. Maybe he needed to think it over some more. Just then the doorbell rang. Adam jumped up in a panic. He's here already. Adam greeted him politely. When he opened the door, that beautiful face smiled back. Adam couldn't even look him in the eye. Come in. Hope the trip wasn't too rough. He heard no movement behind him. Adam turned around. Suddenly he handed him flowers. Adam was shocked. He thanked him quickly. He said the flowers were beautiful. He stretched out his hand. Nice to meet you. Take care of me. Adam realized he wanted to shake hands. He found what he said amusing. Adam looked confused. He stared at that familiar face. Adam wondered, does he really not remember? He poured him some tea. He planned to sit down and talk things through. He drank it all in one go. Adam panicked instantly. He rushed over to check. The tea was still really hot. Adam felt terrible watching. This was his first time drinking scented water. Adam finally understood. Sentinels have so many restrictions. He didn't even know what ordinary tea was. Worried he got burned. Adam insisted on checking. He stuck out his tongue. It hurts a little, but if you guide me, I'll be fine. Adam stared at him. Then, he leaned in and kissed him. He wanted to kiss him again. Adam couldn't resist anymore. Facing the camera, Adam talked about meeting Eve for the first time. It was another test for him. His selfishness drove him to run away. When they met, he didn't remember him anymore, but he felt desire for him again. Worried Eve burned his tongue. Adam started guiding him. This time, neither of them closed their eyes. When it ended, Eve asked what that was. Adam was flustered. Eve asked if he was okay. Adam covered his mouth in disbelief. He still hadn't recovered from the kiss. Was it his selfishness again? Just like before. Looking at Eve, Adam apologized quickly. That was a mistake. Just then, Eve leaned in. Are you scared of me? Adam told him it wasn't like about the kiss. Eve didn't really get it either, but he felt good. Then he tilted his head like a cat. Can we do it again? Adam knew deep down he should say no and apologize. For some reason, he couldn't say a word. Eve moved closer, asking for permission. When Adam didn't answer, Eve took it as a yes. Whenever this happened, Adam felt his heart get so fragile. He had no resistance. Still the same now. No progress at all. Lost in the moment, Adam accidentally bit him. Eve looked like he was enjoying hearing noises out. Eve found it annoying. Sinking into that feeling again, Adam blamed his lack of self-control. He told Eve that was enough. But Eve didn't agree. When he pushed him down, he even protected his head so he wouldn't get hurt. Right now, Adam could tell Eve was a natural at kissing. Clumsy the first time, smooth the second. He let Eve control his breathing. That moment, he was happy enough to lose his mind. The kissing went on from the sunny afternoon, all the way to sunset. Eve looked satisfied. He told Adam he felt really good. Adam sat up, shyly covering his face. He couldn't look at him. Eve looked confused. He pulled Adam's hand away. It hurt a lot, but I don't hurt. He gently touched Adam's lips. You're the prettiest human I've ever seen. Just one sweet smile made everyone there swoon. Back at the lab, Ryan checked the time. A whole week had passed already. He needed to get ready. Seeing Adam wearing a mask, Ryan asked if he had a cold. Adam said his lips looked swollen. Then he told him what happened. Ryan lit up with curiosity. Things got that hot on the first day. Your lips got swollen from kissing too much. Adam said even when he tried to stop him. Suggested trying to get mad. How could he get mad at a face like that? It was impossible. Ryan was stumped too. He asked if with how stubborn he was, there'd be any major problems. Could Adam handle it? Adam told him. Yeah, looking at Adam inside, he felt something was off. Sizzle. Results came back. He wasn't about to go berserk or anything. Ryan told Adam it wasn't too bad. If their levels are too far apart, they'd need mucus contact to barely manage. When there's a gap like today, he'd need regular treatments. If that doesn't work, another guide would have to help. Adam knew that. Ryan told him, except for Adam, he'd already turned down all other guides. He hoped Adam would take this chance seriously. Adam asked if he'd been waiting long. He said a little while. Adam felt the mood shift. He wanted a hug. Adam hugged him right now. Seeing that sad little face, Adam couldn't resist. So he hugged him, holding him tight. Adam knew something was definitely off. He'd asked when they got home. After letting go, he asked if he was getting a little hungry. So he suggested eating together today. He wondered if it was dry food. Adam said yeah, but now that he had permission, he could try regular food too. He was taking him to his usual spot. When they got to the restaurant, people whispered. First time I've seen such a gorgeous guy. In this situation, Adam saw it coming. His looks were just too striking. He looked like he was waiting to be fed. Adam couldn't help it. He picked up a sandwich and fed it. He asked if he liked it. He looked totally satisfied. Not just Adam was charmed by his smile. Everyone nearby saw this and turned red. Adam thought if every meal caused this much of a scene, that wasn't great. So he suggested maybe they should just get delivery. After Adam turned down kissing, that night while brushing his teeth, kept thinking about what Ryan said about low levels. It was the big gap in their levels. Guide pheromone can stabilize sentinels who are losing control. When a guide gets, the pheromone concentrates. So the best time to absorb pheromone is during intimacy. But in combat, that's not efficient. The new modified sentinel only need minimal contact for maximum absorption. Adam smiled. They didn't need to use abilities right now anyway. It should be. So he got ready for bed. The couch kept making weird noises lately. He figured it was just old. Time to get a new one. Maybe replace the bed too. In the middle of the night there was a sound. A figure crept toward Adam. then San slowly opened his eyes. Sat up quickly. What's wrong? Adam didn't know what to do. So sudden. Then he remembered Ryan saying not to spoil him too much. That helps with socialization training. Being too lenient is a problem, so Adam refused. He told him seriously he didn't want to kiss. He got up right away and agreed to sleep. But he looked hurt. Adam saw that. Suddenly he felt bad. He heard sounds from the room. Adam looked over, confused. He was sitting on the bed like a little kid, looking really unhappy. Adam was losing it. He went to the room and called him. Adam sat next to him. Are you mad? He said he didn't know. He wasn't used to these feelings yet. Adam told him to look at him. Adam suggested making some rules. If he behaves, then they can kiss. Then Adam asked him to move over a bit. Who would have thought? Adam wanted to sleep with him. So he said, let's do it every day. Adam asked if they should add that to the rules. He said he'd behave. Beauty really knows no gender. A little girl saw how pretty Eve was and called him a princess in public. Morning sunlight streamed into the room. Adam opened his eye. Eve was sleeping on top of him. When he carefully got up and touched him, his body felt cooler. To test his theory, after waking Eve up, Adam asked to see the back of his neck, though he didn't get it. Eve did it anyway. He turned and lifted his. Adam saw the number on his neck was turning red. Was the guidance level dropping? Eve looked at him confused. He called his name. Adam snapped out of it and told Eve he'd really behaved. After the compliment, Eve lit up. Then he leaned in for a kiss. Adam thought they should brush their teeth first. Eve was already moving in. Adam gave in to his request again. After getting up, he took him outside. They had them to thank for all this peace. Watching Eve look around, everything seemed new to him. Just then, Eve noticed a couple holding hands. He looked at his own hand. Then he took Adam's hand. Adam was surprised. There were still some people who looked at them for two guys holding hands. But seeing Eve so happy, none of that mattered. Plus, it helped with guidance a little. When he heard the bells, Adam realized how late it was. He told Eve they had to stop by the bank before shopping. On the way, they talked about what to eat. Inside the bank, a little girl kept staring at Eve. Eve smiled at her. Suddenly, the girl pointed and shouted, "Princess." Everyone was shocked. Adam told the girl he was a man. The girl argued with him. "If you're pretty, you're a princess." Eve knelt down. "Am I pretty?" She nodded. Eve told her she was pretty too. The sudden compliment made her blush. The girl's mom found that. She apologized. Adam said it was fine. The girl asked her mom if she was pretty. Eve copied her and asked Adam. Adam told him of course he was. Suddenly masked men burst into the bank. They fired shots and told everyone not to move. In this dangerous situation, though those two were still laughing, the robber lost it. He fired at them. Armed robbers rushed into the bank. They fired warning shots and told everyone. Adam was shocked. The guard quickly called for backup on his radio. He started reaching. The robber got angry. He shot him. Was the outer defense breached? If only his leg was okay. The robber yells, "Hands up, get down on your knees." Shawa stays totally calm, tilting his head at them. Then he notices the mother and daughter nearby are scared to death. Dan quietly nudges Shawa with his shoulder, then whispers to him. "Looks like we need to listen to those guys for now, then act when we see a chance." Over there, the robber's already threatening the clerk to hand over the money. Shawa asks Yadang if those people are a danger to humans. They're like messengers, I guess. Want me to kill them. Seeing Shawa like this, Yadang suddenly feels a strange dizziness. "Didn't you hear me tell you to put your hands up and kneel down?" Obediently does. Next to him, Shawa doesn't understand why, but he follows Yadang anyway. He even asks Yadang with a smile, "Is this okay?" The robber seeing this gets totally pissed off. "You're laughing at a time like this. Do I look like I'm joking?" With that, he fires a shot at them. Right now, Shawa's still not panicking After a loud bang, Yadang slowly opens his eye. Then he looks ahead in disbelief. Shawa's hand has been shot clean through. Now Shawa's clearly getting angry. He stands perfectly still in front of him. The bullet drops to the ground. The robber starts getting scared seeing this. But Dang knows Shawa's about to use his ability, but there are other people around. He's got to stop him. After getting hurt, Xiaowo realizes that thing can kill people. While activating his healing ability, the robber's trembling with fear but still holds the gun up threatening. In no time, Xiaowa's hand is healed. This time the robber aims right at his head. Before he can shoot, the whole space starts rumbling. Suddenly a bunch of heavy stuff crashes down. The guy dies on the spot. The other robbers seeing this freeze up. Their buddies dying one after another, plus this guy's terrifying appearance. Now he realizes, this guy's a sentinel. Gravity is Showa's strongest innate ability. His ability activates in the range he designates. Knocking at this floor about to collapse. Then quickly gets everyone there to evacuate to a safe spot. Stay away from Xiaowo's field range. In no time, the entire building collapses. Later, the news reports that the dead were 4 bank robbery suspects. Qiangshan except for 1 bank employee with a gunshot. Other personnel and nearby residents had minor scrapes. Also, a sentinel undergoing socialization training and his guide partner. Arriving at the research, Liang quickly arranges for people to give Xiaowo drug guidance. Use the highest concentration. Never expected the drug guidance would make suffer so much. Xiao Dang's heart is breaking. At the research facility, Xiao was happily humming a tune. Then Yang comes over and tells him the situation doesn't look good. He needs drug guidance, right? Time to get rid. Xiaowa finds it strange. He could just guide him himself, right? Ye Dang tells him that's a bit difficult, because the rank difference is too big. He can't guide him now. Hopes he'll cooperate. Xiaowa grips his own hand and asks Ye Dang if they'll kiss when the guidance is done. Ye Dang tells him they can kiss as long as he wants. So, Xiaowa agrees. Hearing he has to go for drug guidance, Xiaowa starts trying. But he promised Ye Dang, so he'll still go. Here the staff is all set. Xiaowa lies down in the lab. Ye Dang stands outside watching. It's his first time seeing a sentinel receive drug guide. He doesn't get why they have to restrain him, as the drug is injected. Ye Dang hears Xiaowa struggling inside. He looks like he's in terrible pain, his whole body convulsing violently. Ruoyan and his assistant just watch calmly. As the drug injection progresses, Xiaowa inside keeps crying out in pain. Even his tears turn bloody. Ye Dang feels something's wrong. He quickly turns and tells Rai, and something seems off. Tells him not to panic. This is normal. Ye Dang can't believe it. Pong tells him the guidance drug artificially stabilizes the sentinel's ability. At the same time it melts the organ, so a normal human would instantly melt into liquid. Luckily sentinels have unique recovery abilities. They recover faster than they melt, so there's no problem. Ye Dang remembers Xiaowa's strange behavior last time. Was it because of this too? He quickly tells them to stop. He'll guide Xiaowa himself. Ruoyan tells him the guidance is almost at 100%. Can't stop now. Ye Dang pulls out a gun and fires a shot at the lab's glass door. The glass door cracks immediately. As he's about to shoot again, staff members keep trying to stop him. Xiaowa looks at Ye Dang outside. He tries to smile at him, telling him he's fine. In the end, the drug guidance stops early. Ye Dang goes in and holds Xiaowa tight, asking if he's okay. Xiaowa softly hums yes. Hearing Xiaowa ask if he did well, Ye Dang tells him he did great. But he hopes if he doesn't want to do something, he'll be honest. Even if some things have to be done, he should still let him know. Back home, Ye Dang closes the door, pulls the curtain, then comes over to Xiaowa. Tells him they're starting the guidance now. Just sit there and be good. Xiaowa's again, this is his first time receiving guidance. Ye Dang sure he really doesn't remember him. Since he promised Xiaowa he'd help guide him, Ye Dang wants to do his best. So he prepared a guidance booster. Thinking even if there are side effects he's willing to take. After all, it's his fault. In the room, Xiaowa sits quietly waiting. The door opens. Ye Dang comes over and explains he needed to prepare some things, so he kept him waiting. Xiaowa smiles at him and tells him if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to. Ye Dang tells him says he doesn't want to do things he doesn't like. Ye Dang doesn't get it. He's in so much pain, why can he still smile? He comes over and tells him even though he's grateful he's thinking of him, but he doesn't dislike it. He asks him, would he dislike it? If he doesn't like it, he can stop right away. He's giving him the choice now. Xiaowa bites his lip and tells him he doesn't dislike. If that's the case, Ye Dang can guide him without worry. During the process, Xiaowa this is his first time receiving guidance. He's happy it's him leading. Hearing his words, Ye Dang clenches his fist. Tells him he's happy too. In fact, this is the second time Ye Dang's heard him say this. Seems his sentinel Mijie really doesn't remember. Seeing Ye Dang hurt and upset, Xiaowa cries with heartache. Before the recorder, Ye Dang talks about his immaturity when he first fell for Xiaowa. Back then, he thought he knew everything about her. When he realized it was his own delusion, his world collapsed. So the second time around, he wants to accept everything about him, even if he has to go through hell and high water. The next day after dawn, Ye Dang opens his eyes grog. Right now, Xiaowa's staring. Last night, the two of them played games together all night long. But Xiaowa doesn't feel tired at all. Knowing Xiaowa wants to keep playing, Ye Dang takes the initiative to team up with him. Hearing Xiaowa wants a kiss, Ye Dang smiles slightly. Comes over and tells him he can kiss however he wants. For breakfast, Ye Dang made sandwiches. Xiaowa up about to eat. Suddenly, a piece of lettuce falls to the floor. Just as he's about to pick it up, Ye Dang tells him not to eat food that's dropped on the floor. Xiaowa freezes, finds it amazing. Asks Ye Dang if he's got eyes in the back of his head. Ye Dang laughs out. He was peeling an apple when suddenly Ye Dang feels unwell. Then dizziness hits. He starts losing his balance. The apple in his hand drops to the floor. Xiaowa sees this and quickly gets up, asking him what's wrong. Is he feeling sick? Ye Dang tells him it's nothing, probably just too tired. Xiaowa's eyes go to the floor, telling Ye Dang his foot's bleeding. Later, Ye Dang puts on a bandage and lies down. Xiaowa asks him if it hurts. He's injured and bleeding. Ye Dang tells him it doesn't. This little injury's no problem, it's just a slight dizziness. Xiaowa's face is full of concern. Hearing Xiaowa go quiet, Ye Dang removes the towel and sits up. He sees Xiaowa with his head down, asks him what's wrong. But Xiaowa doesn't answer. Ye Dang's getting worried. So he strokes his head, tells him to lift his head. Then he's shocked to see Xiaowa was actually crying. Xiaowa was emotionally slow. Back then, the center didn't teach him how to show his emotions. They only taught him how to speak, but didn't tell him how to express other negative feelings. So right now, hearing Ye Dang ask if he's crying, Xiaowa's totally confused. Says he doesn't know, his eyes just feel hot. Ye Dang grabs his hand, tells him if he rubs like that, his eyes will get hurt, and teaches him to wipe gently at times like that. Xiaowa tells him it feels like before drug guidance, like he wants to throw up. Asks him if he's broken. After all, he's a failed product. Xiaowa's got too many tricks. Ye Dang really can't take it anymore. Seeing the news broadcast all about the dangers of sentient, saying they're not fit for human society. They're just human weapons. Ye Dang can't watch anymore. He turns off the TV. Since that incident, Ye Dang and Xiaowa can't go out to avoid the media. Ye Dang picks up the guidance booster. Because they can't go out during this time, can't go to the lab either. Plus he doesn't want Xiaowa to go through drug guidance again. The bathroom door opens. Comes out after showering looking satisfied. Ye Dang looks at him and says he took a long time. Xiaowa says it's because the water was warm, he fell asleep in there. And like a kid tells Ye Dang he cleaned himself the way he taught him. Ye Dang pulls him over and gives him a kiss. suddenly giving him the kiss he's always wanted. Xiao was really happy, but asked him if it's a rule, because he injected the booster. Yadang starting to feel dizzy. Then he answers Showa yes because he cleaned up properly. Xiao quickly gets into the mood too, facing Xiao's advances. Yadang can't take it for long. Xiao's happy to see him like this, and Yadang can't handle it and totally loses it. Xiao accepts it all. Yadang sees he's charging up his ultimate move, so he suggests they switch location. As Yadang turns around, Xiao behind him gets a new idea. He grabs Yadang direct. The sudden attack catches Yadang completely off guard, swaying about to lose his balance. Because Xiao won't let go, Yadang ends up falling. Hearing what Xiao says next, Yadang freezes on the spot, because Xiao won't cooperate with the guidance like before. So Yadang decides to find him a higher Dan to guide him. After a long warm-up, Xiao still has no intention of getting to the main event. Right now, Yadang can't take it anymore. He doesn't understand why Xiao was doing this. Xiao tells him it's because he doesn't want him to be uncomfortable. Looking at the exhausted Yag, Xiao can clearly hear his heartbeat now. Then he leans in to listen carefully. That feeling makes Xiao feel really warm. Yadang notices that after that, Xiao's acting strange. He seems to be avoiding guidance like before. His condition's still unstable. Who knows when the numbers will drop. He'll have to go through drug guidance. Xiao comes over and asks Yadang if they can kiss. For Yadang, of course he won't refuse, he agrees right away. As the numbers keep turning red, the media opposition continues. Both sides still have different attitudes about the existence of sentinels. To keep things from getting out of control, Yadang has to make a decision. At breakfast that day, Yadang tells Xiao, a new guide's coming today. The person's rank is higher than his, so there won't be a problem. Xiao doesn't understand why. Yadang tells him it's because his rank is too low. The gap with him is too big, he can't guide him completely. During his guidance, he'll leave temporarily. If there's anything he needs, tell him beforehand. But Xiao tells him there is, because he finished his breakfast like a good. Then like a kid, he asks Yadang for a kiss as a reward. The usually good-tempered Yadang, seeing this guide hit Xiao, loses it on the spot and beats the guide up. That day Ruyan brings the new guide Qisai to Yadang's place. On the way, Qisai asks him if the sentinel deal is hard or not. Then speechless at his question. Later hearing him say such frivolous things, Ruyan gets a bit annoyed. Tells him to watch. Even though the rank is high,